Fabri.
Hola, ¿sí?
Ok. Fabri, creo que el estudiante, bueno, ya va a entrar, no sé, pero comenzar nomás así como que con el Silvio. Igual y el Silvio no ha instalado, ¿no? Entonces le puedes explicar, digamos, para ponerse el corriente y empezarlo a grabar.
Ya,
Ok,
entonces voy a comenzar.
comienza. Ya. No te olvides decirle a Ariel.
¿Qué?
No te olvides decirle a Ariel.
Ya, voy a empezar a grabar.
Ya, ya.
Hello, Lorena.
Miguel, good evening. How are you?
Fine.
Perfect. Okay. So how is your microphone now?
It's okay. Thanks.
Okay.
So I just had I've been late home, and that's why I'm kind of late in the class.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, Miguel. Today we have to start Unit 3. In this Unit 3, we have three grammars, but two of them are going to be like the same. Okay, so what does it mean? That we're going to use something the same grammar, but we're going to explain it in present and in past. Okay, so I will share you my screen in order we could do these grammars. So now, today we have to see this. I will share you that it is modals of probability and possibility. For this grammar, we are going to remember a little bit of some modals. For example, when we talk about probability, we are talking about specifically like when something is going to happen. So something that it's like 100% that it's going to happen. That is the difference between probability and possibility. Possibility, it's like a 50% of something it's going to happen. And probability, we have the certain that it's going to happen. So, when we talk about affirmative statements, we are always going to use must for talking about probability. And it means that we are going to talk about something that is 100% of probable, that it's going to happen. 100%. So we are really, really certain. When we use must in affirmatives, the structure that we have, this is the probability for present. Okay, so we have the subject plus must, always with the verb in base form and the complement. So that is our structure. What can I say? For example, I must go early at home today. So I must go early at home today. It is like a probability, a probable thing that something could happen if I don't go early at home. Okay, but what happens if I want to use in negative, like must not? It means that it is like this is not probable. Okay, this is less probable of something. For example, when we are not really certain, when we are not sure about something. So we use the must, subject, must, not, the verb in base form, and the complement. For example, you must not work late. You must not work late. You look like, I don't know, you look relaxed, for example. Okay, so it is like less probable, but we are not sure, we are not certain about this. Okay, when we talk about negative. So when we talk about probabilities, only we can talk about these two ones, affirmative and negative. If we use affirmative statement, it is that something is 100% of probable. And negative, with must not, it is less probable of something. We are not certain about something. Okay, we don't have questions with probabilities, only affirmative and negatives. So that is only about probability. When we talk about possibility, okay, in present, we are going to use three models of possibility. Which are they? These are gonna be may, might, and could. So when I talk about possibility, I can use these three ones. But what happened when I talk about possibility in present? If I talk about affirmative statements, well, my structure, it says with modal verbs, with modals in affirmative, it is going to mean that it is like possibility 50% or 50%. It is not 100%, 50-50. It could be, it couldn't be possible. And I can say in affirmative structure, the subject, I could use the three one, may, might, or could, plus the verb in base form and the complement. For example, I might travel, or I might, maybe we're going to talk about another person. She might come from Brazil. So it's a possibility. She might come from Brazil. Maybe she might come from Australia. We are not certain, but this is a possibility, 50 and 50. So when we talk about affirmatives, we could use with these three ones. But what happened in negatives? We have two kinds of negatives. The first negative, it is that it's gonna say like the modals, only we can use two modals. Which modals? Might or may. Only these two ones. And they are gonna say like it could be something negative like 50 or 50% of possible. For example, the negative, she may not come from Australia, for example. So negative, she may not come from Australia. So the structure for this, it is the subject, may or might, plus not, plus the verb in base form and the complement. Okay, may and might not. But what happened with could? Can we make negative? Yes, we can make negative with could, couldn't, or can't in this case. But when we're gonna use these two ones, because it's negative 2, when we are really certain, 100 certain of something that it could be impossible. It's something that can be impossible. So it couldn't be believable. For example, I can say, okay, for example, athletes can't play soccer with shoes. It's because we can't use shoes in order to play. We have to use 10 issues. So this is for some things that it's 100% of impossible, okay? 100% impossible. But this is like we are not certain. It could be, it couldn't be, so 50-50. But in this, 100% of not possible. And what happened about questions? Can we make questions with possibilities? Yes, but we only can make questions with the modal could. And it means the same as possible, 50 and 50 of something possible. So I have two kind of questions with this could. The first is when we use any verb in the question. For example, would you come with me? Could you come with me? My answer, I could answer with yes. I could answer with any of them. Yes, I might. Or yes, I could. Yes, I may. In some cases, it's not okay to answer with could, right? Because as the meaning, we know that it is podría. So it is like, it could be or it couldn't be. But if you are certain of something, you could answer with might or may. Yes, I might, for example. And the other kind of question that we have, it is when we have not any verb. It's when we use a verb to be. For example, could you be here? We are using the verb to be here. Could you be here? Yes. In this case, for example, yes, I could, but always I have to answer with be. Yes, I could be. Okay, but always with be. Okay, so this is the probability and possibility that we have to use when we talk about that something is probable that it's going to happen or something is possible. 50-50, in negatives 50-50 with may or might. If it's 100% of impossible, couldn't or can't. For questions, only we could use could. We can't use may and might, only could. We have two kind of questions with any verb and with verb to be. Okay. Do you have some question until here, Miguel? Miguel? Miguel, are you there? Miguel? Miguel? Oh no, Miguel, I can't listen to you. Maybe it's the microphone. Okay, perfect, Miguel. So, Miguel, do you have any question? Okay, Miguel. So I think we will do the call by WhatsApp. Hi, Miguel. I can't listen to you.
Yes, but I don't know what happened with my computer. I
Okay.
was hearing everything.
Yeah.
I was listening everything, but my computer is kind of broken. Not broken, but something like it doesn't work.
Yes. Okay, Miguel, don't worry. So we're gonna finish it
I will
by
I
this.
will enter with my cell phone.
Okay,
Just a second,
okay.
please.
Okay, okay, don't worry. So I will wait. Okay.
Hello. Now I see. I have a question.
Okay. Tell me.
What is the difference between a sentence with a probability when we use a probability auxiliary and and another sentence with possibility auxiliar? O
Okay.
sea,
Okay.
¿cuál es la diferencia entre una oración de probabilidad y de posibilidad?
Okay, so we're gonna see here in the platform the examples, okay? For example, when we talk about probability, we can say like this. For example, we are really certain, 100%, and we can say like, I've got to go, but why? It must be time for my class. So maybe it is late and it is certain that she has to go. Okay, so it must be time for my class. It's something certain. As we know, the meaning of must is like debe. Debe ser hora para mi clase. Y lo más probable es de que son las 9, digamos, o son las 8:50, pero no tiene reloj. Pero según, digamos, el día se da cuenta y dice, debe ser tarde para mi clase. Entonces, es como que más que una posibilidad, es algo de que me estoy asemejando a que tengo la razón. ¿Listo? En cambio, possibility es, por ejemplo, acá, ¿no? Que dice Alicia. I don't think Professor Robert is from United States. Yo no creo, dice, ¿no? Que el profesor Robert sea de Estados Unidos. I think, yo pienso que él vino aquí cuando él era joven. Pero si es me estoy imaginando, estoy suponiendo, no es algo probable. Si fuera algo probable, digamos que él tendría un acento, no sé, si más nativo, digamos, entonces es más probable de que él venga de Estados Unidos. Pero aquí es una posibilidad, es lo que piensa. 50% seguro, 50 no. Y Ana dice, ¿no? He may be Canadian. Él puede ser canadiense. Y Toby dice, he might come from Australia. Puede venir de Australia. Y Dan He could be British. Él podría ser británico. O sea, no, nadie tiene nada seguro. 50-50. ¿Ok? Ahora,
Ok.
esa es la única diferencia. En lo demás, ya tenemos que estar seguros en las estructuras. Nada más. Probable, algo que nosotros sí estamos así, tenemos esa certeza de 100% seguro de que algo va a pasar o está por pasar. Pero en cambio, possibility es algo que suponemos, pero no puede ser verdad. Tal vez también sí, no se sabe. ¿Ok?
Ok, 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 ok. But, pero si usamos algún auxiliar de posibilidad,
Ujú.
sea may, might or could, todos son 50%.
Todos son 50%, ¿no? Cuando hablamos de afirmativas, todos son 50%. Solo en negativas, las que son 50% igual de algo negativo, va a ser might y may not. En cambio, el couldn't o el can't es algo de 100% imposible que pueda ser seguro.
Ok, 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 ok.
Y
Perfecto.
preguntas igual, 50-50.
Ok, ok, ok. Segundito. Voy a tomar nota.
Exacto. Tómale una fotito, porque eso sí, las estructuras te va a ayudar bastante. Y lo mismo que vamos a ver enseguida del pasado. O sea, es básicamente las mismas estructuras, solamente se añade alguito que cambia todo. ¿Ok?
Sí.
Ok.
Ya, a ver un segundito. En posibilidades, eh, no se usa el can como afirmativo de 50% de posibilidad, ¿no?
No, para nada.
El can solamente se usa para habilidades de alguna actividad.
Exacto,
I can play soccer. I
exacto.
can play the guitar.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Ahora la plataforma, ¿no?
Exacto. A ver, vamos
Okay.
a la plataforma para poder ver los ejercicios. Let's go.
Just a sec. Try. Mm, okay. Okay. Ya ingresé por...
Ok.
eh,
Recording in progress.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so unit 4.
Okay. Eh, oh,
Grammar. No.
this
Yes.
one.
Yes, the first one. Okay.
Okay. En los negativos, en los que se tiene completa certeza de que la posibilidad es inviable, se usa el can y el could, ¿no?
Exactly. Can't, couldn't. Yes.
What does it mean, wig?
Wig means peluca.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay. Perfect, excellent. So now, let's go to the next. Excellent. Perfect, Miguel. So this is the present. Now we're gonna see the little changes when we talk about past. So I will share you my screen because we're gonna see the same structures, the same explanation about probability and possibility, but we're gonna add only one thing. So as we said, everything is the same. As you could see here, it's the same structure, but what are we going to add? If we talk about past, we are going to add only one auxiliary, and we are going to change the verb. In order to convert this into past, we will use have, okay, must, and have, two auxiliaries in all the models. Must have. For example, here the structure must have, but as we are using have, that it is participle, we're gonna use the verb in past participle. So I must have gone early at home. Maybe this as it is past yesterday, for example. Okay, yesterday. So This is in past. Now, in negative, the same. Always we're going to put not to our first auxiliary. So must not have. Must not have and the verb in past participle. Nothing else. You must not have worked late. You look relaxed. Or you looked relaxed. Possibility the same with both auxiliaries. May have, might have, could have. As we are using in these three ones have, we are going to use verb in past participle. Nothing else. So she might have come from Brazil. Modals the same in negatives, 50-50 with may, might and may, with have, might not have, and the verb in past participle. She may not have come from Australia. Couldn't or can't the same, but with have. Have. So athletes can't have played soccer with shoes. The same structure with could, but we're going to add have. And in questions, we're going to put could you, and after the second auxiliary. Could you have come with me? Yes, I might. In the answer, we are going to answer with both auxiliaries. Yes, I might have. The same. If we have with be, verb to be, could you have been here? Yes, I could have been. That is the only thing that we are going to change. The explanation is the same. We are going to add only have, the perfect, and the verb in past participle. Nothing else. The translation, okay, debí haber. Probability, debí haber. Yo debí haber ido, yo debí haberme ido temprano a casa ayer. Possibilities. Pude haber, podría haber. Entonces, ella pudo haber venido de Brasil. Questions or negatives, 100%. Athletes no podían haber jugado fútbol con zapatos. Questions, ¿podrías tú haber venido conmigo? Ok, o ¿podrías tú haber estado aquí? Okay, so that is the only thing that is going to change. Okay, Miguel, so
Okay.
is it clear?
Yes. Always we have to use have and the verb in past participle.
Yes, nothing else. So now let's see in the platform, okay? With past.
Okay, let me take a picture.
Yes. Yes, you could take a picture here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the platform. Okay, so we're going to put exit, okay, because this grammar we're gonna do it tomorrow. This is the second. And we're gonna go to the course, the unit 4. And this is the third grammar. Okay, possibility past one. One, yes, yes. So let's do it.
What is this?
In this case, it's only the name. Maitre d'.
Ah,
This is, yes, in French.
the questions always with could,
Yes, always with could.
because may is to ask permission.
Permission, yes. May is only for permission. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's go next. Okay, perfect. Excellent. So do you have any question about this, Miguel?
No, it's okay.
Perfect. Okay, Miguel. So tomorrow we're going to finish with the next grammar. And this is only one grammar that it's missing. So in order to finish the model, okay, the model A. So today we're going to just stay here. Okay, with the daily survey. Okay, Miguel. So see you tomorrow. Take care a lot. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye-bye.